Hey, good morning. Welcome to my abode. It's Monday morning, and I'm going to take you on a week in my life as a master's student in composition. And we're going to go to rehearsals, classes. I'm going to give you the inside scoop on what it's like to have a graduate course load, specifically at Michigan State, and see how I get all this composing done in a week. And hopefully, it'll be interesting for you and see if that's something you want to pursue one day. But yes, I just had breakfast and we're about to head out. What time is it? Okay, it's 8:55. We gotta go hit the bus and travel to campus because I don't live super close. Okay, let's go. Whew. Starting to get cold, but I didn't feel like bringing an extra jacket, so let's head over to the bus station, which is actually pretty close. So I live about 3 miles from campus, just straight north on a main road. So there's a convenient bus route. And the bus system at MSU here is really, really fantastic. I don't have to worry about parking because I don't have a car, first off. But I don't know, I like using public transit and feels safe enough. This has to be one of my most requested videos, is doing another day in the life. I did one back in 2021 when I was in undergrad, but that wasn't really an honest showing of what the day-to-day was like because that was during COVID. And you'll see some of the differences in graduate school versus undergrad. Mainly, I don't take as many classes or even credits. I'm tapped out at 9 credits. That's kind of my full time. I do a lot still within that, and I still feel just as busy, but there are less classes. So Mondays are one of my freer days. I only have choir at noon. So that gives me a lot of free time to do composing and do some homework that I need to catch up on. So yeah, let's go to the bus and we'll see you on campus. That's the bus stop.
MSU.
Which corner could you remember?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, welcome to East Lansing. Just heading on campus here. I'll show you around over the course of the week, but there's a lot to do here. It's a beautiful campus, much bigger than my previous school. And I love it here. So, and, the leaves have all fallen, but the fall colors were gorgeous, I'll have you know. But yes, heading over to the music building, just a short walk. It'll be a very scenic walk, so let's do it. That's legit. That's a real carillon with real bells and real people that play it. It's very cool. One of the music buildings, and behind it is like another one, but it's a little bit newer. It has rehearsal spaces and such, classrooms. So we're gonna go to the basement level to the practice rooms, and that's where I get a lot of my work done. So you'll see me do that. Okay. Now one of the tricks is actually finding an open practice room. We found one. Mission objective number 1. I need to go practice piano. As a composition student, I still need to take applied lessons, secondary lessons. So I'm playing piano because that's like the one instrument I can do at a decent level. So we're gonna practice piano for my lesson tomorrow. This is a beautiful Amy Beach piece called Dreaming. It's part of a, I think, 4-movement piano collection. Beautiful. I'm gonna work on that, and then I have a new piece that I'm working on. It's for concert band, grade 3 concert band. And I'm just starting that, so we'll probably do both of those. And then at 12:40, I have choir, which is the one main thing I have today. So I do have plenty of time to get some work done. We'll see if I spend all that time, but let's see what happens. Bye. Here's living proof of my new band piece. It's coming together nicely, but I need a break. It's kind of hot in here, so I'm gonna go on a little stroll. Breaks are good, walks are good, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm on a gorgeous walk along the Red Cedar River, which is really close to the music building. It's really nice to be able to go on these walks through nature in between classes. And also over there is a botanical garden, which is steps away from the music building, which is so fun to have lunch and see so many green things. Look at all these beautiful bikes. There are so many bike racks everywhere. A lot of bike lanes. I think we should normalize that, personally. Hey y'all. Just sitting down for a little sit-down interview. In terms of workload, I know I briefly mentioned this, but it feels just as busy as undergrad, even though I'm taking like half the amount of credits that I normally would. I think it's just because I'm more involved in other extracurricular things. I'm writing a lot more music than I did in undergrad. And this reminds me of a video by YouTuber David Vest that I will link somewhere up here about what grad school is like. And specifically for a master's student, you want to write as much music as humanly possible. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm outputting like crazy. That's mainly the reason why you haven't seen any videos since the beginning of this year. I'm so involved and there's just so much to do, and it's very hard to make time to make videos, but I'm trying to do my best. I really am. And each week is a little bit different. This week is busier than most because there's a few concerts that I'm involved in. The whole experience of moving to a new state, into a new school without knowing anybody was very overwhelming and intimidating, but I've definitely adjusted and found a good group of people that I can call friends. It just takes time. A lot of them are composers too, or music theorists, or tangentially related to the music field. I don't really know like many people outside of that sphere. There's just so many people here, thousands and thousands of tens of thousands of students. It's a very healthy atmosphere here, specifically in the composition studio. Very encouraging and good vibes all around. It's not toxic or anything like that. Yeah, I what I really enjoy about this program compared to my previous school was the amount of resources that a big state school has to offer. The guest composers and artists are world class. You will know their names. I guess I can name drop. We just had Viet Quang come in. I had a guest lesson with him. We're gonna have Stephen Bryant, a big band composer, Frank DeKelly next semester. Yeah, and then the guest artists and ensembles that come to read your music, world class too. And the facilities too are amazing. My alma mater was very small, very tight knit. I loved it. Don't regret anything. But just the facilities and performance spaces and everything is amazing. And I do thrive on a big campus. I think I didn't know if I would like it, but there's just so much to do and to get lost in and to explore, and I really enjoy that. So far it's going great. As a check-in so far, first semester out of 4 semesters that I'm getting my degree here, it's a 10 out of 10, I have to say. The rest of the week, so tomorrow night I have a concert. It's called a premieres concert. It's the showcase for all the composition students. So I have a new piece being performed. I'm also in this electroacoustic improvisation group that we're going to be performing in. Friday night's going to be fun. There's a football game that we have, and I can show you the stadiums over there. That's where I'll be Friday night. I'm going to have my folks from home coming up to visit me. And I'm not really into sports, but it's gonna be fun. Okay, yeah, Wednesday night we have a guest ensemble called Tambuco Percussion Ensemble. They're gonna be doing a reading of some student works. I teach a composition lesson Wednesday. yeah, Thursday morning there's a what's called a electronic music happy hour. Our composition studio is gonna show composers basics of recording equipment, microphones, all that jazz, as a kind of baseline knowledge that composers should know. And I think that's very practical. So probably check that out. My composition lesson for me is gonna be on Friday, where I'm studying with David Biedenbender, amazing composer and teacher. Yeah, I'm gonna continue working on my band piece. That's objective number one. Gonna get a lot of progress on that. I'm writing a band piece because I won a large ensemble competition that's held here at this school, and there's 2 winners that get to write for either the concert orchestra or the campus band. And they chose me and someone else. I'm going to be writing for the campus band for a concert in the spring. So I want to get ahead of that. And it's a lot of fun. I love writing music for large ensembles, and specifically writing at that educational level of grade 3, which is like the high school level. But the rest of the day we have choir. Anyone's game at that point. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'll probably camp out somewhere at like a coffee shop and just get ahead on some assignments and see if I can woodshed a little bit more in this piece. I don't know if I'll have this much time during the rest of the week to sit down, but I hope you enjoy my experience. Okay, goodbye. It's time for choir. I'm gonna be late. He's gonna make it. Successful choir rehearsal. We're rehearsing music for our holiday concert. Poulenc's Gloria and Messiah. So good. All right, unboxing time. We have something very interesting. I'm already done with my day, at least for school-wise, so I took the bus back home, and I'm gonna just finish out the rest of the day doing some homework and such. Take it easy. But I had a package come in for something very important that's happening tomorrow, and we'll see what we got. Merry Christmas. Can you guess what this is? Let's do the real unboxing here. Ta-da! It's a melodica. This will be important. You just have to wait and see what happens the rest of the week. It's very responsive, very loud. It doesn't require as much breath as I thought. Good morning, day 2. Shaping up to be a rainy day, as you can see. Busy day today. Lots of classes, lessons. There's a concert tonight. I'll kind of just show you sneak peeks. There's not going to be much time for me to sit down today to share what's going on. You're kind of just going to experience it with me. But let's get to the bus in one piece, at least, and one dry piece. At this point in the bus ride, I got an email from my piano professor saying that our lesson was canceled. So that gave me some more time to compose before choir. Okay, so I have music history at 10:20. It's a 20th century music history class. Lots of good stuff, good review from undergrad, but I was supposed to have my piano lesson after, but now that that's not happening, I'll probably just compose in like a practice room. And then I have choir at 12:40. I have a little gap to eat lunch after that. And then at 3 p.m. I have my post-tonal techniques class. I think we're starting 12-tone stuff today. Again, it's review from undergrad, but it's good to freshen up. I forgot a lot. Then I'm gonna go home after that, and then I'm gonna get ready for the concert tonight. Should be good. I've barricaded myself in the bathroom, but just finished class. Talked about Milton Babbitt and all those postmodernist American composers and lectures, so very, very interesting.
With that piano lesson being canceled, it gave me plenty of time to woodshed on my band piece, and I got a lot of work done in this dingy little practice room. After composing for a little bit, it gave me some time to go on a walk outside before returning for choir.
Hey y'all, I'm at a coffee shop. I just did some homework during my lunch hour break. So now I'm about to head over to the music building to one of my classes for post-tonal techniques. Wish me luck.
After using my precious stipend to spend on a $9 latte, I moseyed on over to the music building to take a post-tonal techniques class where we covered set theory and now 12-tone.
Corresponding pitch classes here.
I just finished class. My brain's kind of fried. I was not locked in with 12-tone stuff today. That's okay. There's always a brighter tomorrow. Heading to the bus stop. I'm gonna go home and get changed.
Because I left at peak hours, this bus was absolutely packed. I took my sweet time getting my concert black on without realizing that I only had minutes until my bus would leave.
I was a little ambitious with my time management. I'm running to the bus because I have like a minute or I'm gonna be late to my sound check.
I just barely missed the bus, but I realized I forgot a very important thing.
I forgot the melodica. I'm texting my roommate to bring it to the concert.
With my roommate Claire coming in clutch to bring the melodica, I successfully completed a sound check and prepared for the concert.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. It's for my vlog.
Oh, you taking a vlog?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing that as well.
What?
But it's for other purposes.
Oh.
Here I am testing my equipment for the electroacoustic improvisation ensemble who's going to be opening up the Premier's concert.
I'm making a vlog.
A vlog? Sorry, I can't. That's too meta.
It feels like the Ice Age.
Having achieved the peak of my musical career, the concert was an amazing array of our student composers here, and we saw some very diverse and unique pieces, including my own piece.
Hey, good morning. Day 3, it's Wednesday. Yesterday was a great night. Very successful concert with the premieres. And today is a little more chill, thankfully. I got to sleep in a little bit. Off to school for a music history seminar. And then I'm teaching a composition lesson. I have choir, and then I have to do something at 2 o'clock for an internship I'm in. And then at 3 p.m. I have the electroacoustic improvisation ensemble. But we just had our concert last night, so I'm not really sure if we're rehearsing today because that was kind of like the last big thing we had to do.
Supposed to be on Kiora because, like, you're also on
I had some time to compose in this practice room before heading over to my history class. Today was a student presentation day where we presented on 20th century composers.
I am in a little room with lots of fun equipment like a theremin, mixer, synthesizers, speakers, surround sound. I'm teaching a lesson here in a few moments, so I'm just getting ready. History was great. We talked about French organist, and yeah, it was just a student presentation. And now, yeah, gonna teach my lesson soon.
Had a very productive lesson with my student who's finishing a sea shanty, had choir, ate a little bit of a snack, and was ready to go outside.
Heading over to my internship. I'm gonna be recording a voiceover for something. I don't really have any qualifications to do a voiceover, but they need someone to do it, so it's gonna be me. Trash weather. I don't know what's going on. It's cold and rainy. I don't like it. This is my walk though. This is the music building. We're having rehearsal in there. Very cute.
After recording a stunning voiceover, I headed over to our large rehearsal hall where we reflected on our performance the night before. During this class, we also had a demonstration of this cool device that vibrates the piano strings in a weird way.
Hey y'all. I just had some dinner. I'm gonna go hit the gym for a little bit before I have to go back to campus for a student composer reading session. Yep, but figured get some active time in this week because I've been not very consistent with that.
Later that evening, we had a guest ensemble read some of our student compositions in a masterclass. Good evening. I'm back from the reading session where this percussion quartet who's visiting from Mexico read a ton of student compositions, and it was very enlightening and fascinating. But yes, so that ran until about 10 p.m. So I'm probably going to get ready for bed soon, but overall, I'd say it's a pretty solid, let's say a 9 out of 10 kind of day, only because the weather was awful. But there's actually a chance for snow tomorrow, which will be the first snow of the semester, possibly. It'll be very cold, so I might have to whip out the winter gear. So far, it's been just running back and forth between different things. It's kind of hard to sit down and discuss what's going on, but I hope it's been interesting so far, and it's not done yet, so stay tuned and good night. After I treated myself to YouTube watching solo camping videos and calling it a day. Enamored by the first snowfall of the season, I headed over to history and then our composition lab where our recording basics class was postponed, but then headed over to a coffee shop.
Say hi to the vlog.
After lunch, I promptly headed home to get a quick workout before heading back for a percussion ensemble recital.
They're all done.
After an amazing concert, I headed home and locked in on this band piece for several hours before waking up the next day.
I'm cutting it a little close. My lesson is in under 15 minutes. That's about as far as I am from campus. So I gotta hurry.
My lesson this morning was very productive. We actually got coffee beforehand before digging deep into this piece that I've been working on, and it's gonna come together very quickly. I enjoyed a vegan pastry and then had a final studio masterclass with a guest ensemble before heading into the stadium. So I recovered from that football game, and I'd like to recap on some of the events that happened this week. It was an amazing full week of music things, from running to rehearsals, attending classes, commuting back and forth, trying to find time to compose and eat. There's a lot that goes on with a grad school workload, and I know Thursday and Friday seemed to whip by on camera. I just didn't have the time to record all the things that were happening, but it was just as full as the first few days of the week. Now, if you have any questions when it comes to grad school as a composer or a music student in general, I'm happy to answer questions down below, and if you are watching this and you're in the same boat, let's connect. I'd also be willing to give a more thorough run through of the campus/music facilities at MSU, either here or on my second channel, so just let me know down below if that's something you're interested in. But I hope this was an entertaining look inside my life, and you can see how hectic it is. But thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep writing.